Hello, I think we're live. Good afternoon. I am wee peggying today, and I will apologize in advance. I have had a rough week. I'm not sleeping very well at all, and I have very little energy. So I am here and spinning, though. That is the main thing. I do have some fun things to show you here in a minute, but I have literally just got this wheel going. Hi, Denali. Literally just got this wheel going. So I am just making sure that it's working because it was dusty as F before I started streaming. So I've had the vacuum up and the dusting brush, cloth and everything. So she's all cleaned up now. But it's been a long time since I've spun on this wheel because I was having treadle issues. Yes, lack of sleep is absolutely the worst. It's not the worst that I've ever had, but it's been every night since Sunday night. I've not had a restful sleep. So it's like, you know how it compounds, like you just don't night after night after night of not having decent sleep, it just starts to compound and you feel like absolute shite, which is what I'm feeling like now. I need to go out and do grocery shopping this afternoon, so yay. But what I am working on here is my Polworth from Kathy's Fibres, and I have it broken down into little nests here. So I've stripped one side right down, and the other side is mostly intact with a little bit on top to even out the weights. So I'm thinking I will do a fractal with this one. Like I'll spin one half in all the little small strips and try and keep the other half as close to like full as possible. So yeah, like I said, I haven't spun on this wheel for quite a while, and I'm not sure if I'm getting enough twist in here. Because I'm not hugely comfortable with this wheel, I must say, because it is a double drive, and I'm very much used to, what is it, Scotch tension, I think is what the other ones are. Um, wow, yeah, entire week, yeah, not good. Well, see, my new antidepressants that I've been on since sort of the start of the year have a sedative like effect on them. It affects like the melatonin in your body, and it's interesting because the side effects say that they can either give you what do you call it, insomnia, or you will get really drowsy and sleep really well. And on the whole, they help me sleep quite well. Um, but sometimes they do give me insomnia, and I just kind of roll around all night and not really feel like I'm getting any kind of rest. So it's like I don't have any in between. So yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle. Hi, Nat. I'm just having a whinge about how tired I am. I've not been sleeping well this week. But I have been spindle spinning, which is probably not something you're expecting me to say. And because I got a parcel yesterday, I got my Cat and Sparrow Fibres parcel. So I'll show you that in a second. And I have completed a full mini skein of spindle spinning. Sometimes insomnia, sometimes needing a daytime nap. Yeah, I don't tend to nap during the day. I'm not a good napper. That's the problem. If I could nap during the day, I probably would, but I lay there for ages, and finally when I get to sleep, it's just because I set an alarm because I don't want to sleep too long. Because if I sleep too long, then I feel like I'm a zombie for the rest of the day. And usually I just fall asleep when my alarm goes off if I try and nap, and it's just annoying. So I usually don't bother. I've, I've heard of a thing called sleep pressure. So I just say that I'm building up my sleep pressure for the evening, but that doesn't always work. But anyway, let's have a chat about how I got on with my spindle spinning the other day. So after I was semi-successful on the live before I had to run away, I was actually beginning to spin. So I have been spinning more on this was the same fiber I showed the other day. So I have been spinning quite a bit. This copper's getting quite big on this one. I don't love this spindle having spun on another one. Let's see what Nat's saying. Yeah, I will, Nat. Yeah, I did see your email. I will do that at some point. But I have seen it, so yes, I will get onto that. So yeah, I don't love this Turkish spindle because I got this one from Cat and Sparrow. It's a 3D printed one with like the wooden shaft, I suppose you would call it. And in my parcel, she had my spindle wrapped in a little bit of green fiber. So I spun it yesterday. I have actual spindle spun yarn. It hasn't been washed or anything yet. I've just skeined it. But I'm pretty pleased with it. Let's see if I can hold that up so you can see it. So I had this little mini skein of green that I was quite pleased with, because the cool thing, I don't know if I mentioned it the other day or if you know, when you wind on, it actually creates a center pull ball. So you can pull everything out and then that works as a center pull ball. So I was working on that a lot last night. I don't love this one too because that spins so freely on the actual shaft, which is really irritating. Whereas this one, it's solid on there because it's I don't know if you'll be able to see, but it's like an angled like shaft so that it literally can't turn. So this one was really nice to spin on. I felt a lot more confident using this one. And I obviously made my little mini skein that I've got here. So I didn't want to wash it because I thought I need to put more twist in that to make a skein. Yeah, so I have been working on more of this. It's fairly consistent. I think I started off this spin a little bit thinner on the live the other day than what it's ending up, but when I do the plyback test, it looks really nice. So I'm happy with that. Yes, the new spindle is cool, isn't it? Yeah. She had a bunch of different colors that you could choose of the 3D printing, and I love sort of purple and teal, so that's why I got that one. And I got some other goodies as well, so let's put that away. We don't need that. This is a niddy noddy. I got a 3D printed niddy noddy as well, and it comes with, these are extensions, so you can either, like, I actually wound my little green skein on just that, and then you can also pop these in so it makes it like longer. I think, how do you do it? Probably that way around, I'd say. And they join in the middle there, and yeah, you have a longer one. Can make it a longer niddy noddy. Ugh. There we go. See? So I thought that was cool. So that was 3D printed in like you probably can't see it on the quality video, but it's kind of like an iridescent purple. So I've got that. And very kindly, Kat included a little pin for me. And I got a bunch of fibers. Oh, I did get one more 3D printed thing as well. But these are both Shetland. I got these. They're both Shetland and bio nylon. So these are specifically sock blend fibres. So they were in the Big Smoke and Oakstone. They were both on special at the time when I got them in my order. Nat, where were they from again? These are from Cat and Sparrow. So that's the card that I got. Cat and Sparrow. So, yeah, I got those 2 sock fibres, which I thought would be good because I've never actually spun anything with nylon in it. So I thought that could be fun. And these 2 were the actual reason that I went to to Cat's website. Is these ones? These are Finn. As you can probably read the label there. So, yeah, these are Finn in the colorway Shakespeare in Love, and I originally saw this colorway on Azra's channel, the Fiber Folk Diary. I always get the name wrong. I think either I always get it right and I don't think I've got it right, or I get it right. Yeah, so this colorway was Shakespeare in Love, and it looks like from my viewfinder it's coming out looking really primary red and kind of black, but it's actually, it almost is like a subtle, almost burgundy-ish red, and like purple because of the way it blends with the black. So Azra spun this up and it looked really beautiful. So I couldn't resist getting this colorway and I grabbed two bumps of that. So I don't know when I'm going to be spinning that, but I have 2 so that I have a decent amount to make something good out of it. And then finally, I got this guy, which is that should come out. So it's basically 2 pieces, and this is for, like, you know how you bracelet ply? You get your singles and you put them around your hand so that you can ply from each end. Like, say, the way I use it is if I have a little bit left on a bobbin and say I'm doing a 2 or 3 ply, I will, if I only have a little bit left on one bobbin, I'll bracelet ply it and like put it around my hand and bracelet ply. This is so you don't need to put it on your hand. So I think basically the way it works is you kind of put it up and around and then around the back and then up and around the back. So it kind of, I think the way you're supposed to use it, it kind of creates a center pull type ball. I haven't used it yet. Obviously, I only got it yesterday. I haven't had anything that's needed to be plied that way. But yeah, I've just noticed that the 3D print's got like an interesting kind of, it won't show up on the camera, I'm sure. It's very subtle. It's got like little, almost looks like sequins on the back. It's kind of cute. So yeah, I got that as well. So Kat's got quite a few like 3D printed tools, which is handy. So yeah, I'm really thrilled with my little parcel from Kat. I especially love my spindle. And I'm definitely going to be working on that a little bit more, and potentially that was the medium size one, I think. So I may go back eventually for the small and the large so I can spin different types of yarn on the spindle. Who am I? Suddenly I like Turkish spindle spinning, which is fine, but it's just another rabbit hole, isn't it? Something else to go down. Another hole to go down. So yeah, I'm pretty thrilled with my little parcel from Kat, and very thankful to Azra for letting me know about Kat. So let's get back to some spinning on my wee Peggy. I think I need to go a little bit slower with my hand though, just to get a bit more twist in. But yeah, I have no plans, like I said, for any of this fibre yet. I'm gonna try and spin the sock blends fine enough to make a sock yarn. But yeah, other than that, no real plans for the Shakespeare in Love colorway. But I figure, seeing I've got 200 grams of it, I could probably use it in something quite large, potentially It could be in like a colorwork sweater or something. I can use it as the contrast color in a sweater because I should have enough. So yeah, I forget how nice this wheel is to spin on. I was treadling on it the other day and it felt a little bit funny because obviously I had to like rig a solution to my missing leather conrod piece. Um, and it felt like it had a dead spot, but right now while I'm working on it, it feels fine. So that's good. How's everybody's day been? Anything exciting happen? I've just been doing budgeting and I was midway through my shopping list when I realized I had to jump up here. I really don't want to go shopping, but we're out of nearly everything. Because even though yesterday was a rest day, I rested from coming on YouTube, but I did do some spinning on my spindles, obviously. So I did still spin. And I looked at the schedule, and Monday was a challenge day, which, looking at the official schedule, it was a mountain day. So I think we've got another mountain day coming up, which means it could be another challenge day. I don't know what my new challenge is going to be because I've already tackled one that was pretty big for me and I seem to have prevailed. So, ooh, that's a bit thin. Don't like that. So far, so good with this Polworth. I haven't actually spun Polworth before. It's kind of buttery. It's quite soft. My goodness, I've been going for nearly 20 minutes already. This one's a test. Yeah. Denali is doing a test net. Very nice. What can you say what it is of? I haven't done a test net for ages. I used to do a lot for Shannon Cook, but she hasn't been doing so many that I've seen lately. But then again, she's probably lost in my Instagram algorithm if she's even there still. Also, if I remember rightly, I think next Monday is also a rest day. So I'm probably going to be out that day anyway. So I probably won't be around for even a sneaky live. Tank top. Nice. Fluttery sleeves, cute. Oh, knitted in a heavier. Okay. Quick is good. You can get back to your tree cardigan that you've been having so much fun with. Still don't think I've done any knitting for a while now. Cross stitch and spinning has been all I've been doing lately. Maybe I should get back to it. Force myself to do some knitting tonight. See if I can get my mojo back. Nellie says it will be quick, except for the 10 inches of ribbing. Yeah. Is it 1 by 1 or 2 by 2? Because I find that I have an easier time with 2 by 2. Something about 1 by 1 is just a drag. Oh God, you're gonna have surgery now. I hope it's for a good reason, not a bad reason. Mostly through the colourwork on the tricardie. Now that it's past separation. Oh, good. So you've dumped a bunch of stitches then. Nice. It's easier. 1 by 1 sure is a drag going back and forth. Yeah. 1 by 1. I don't know. I just have heaps more trouble doing a 1 by 1 than I do with a 2 by 2. I know whether it's because you're having to change, probably because you're having to change your yarn position every stitch instead of every 2 stitches. Do you knit continental or English style, Denali? For me, it depends on what I'm working on. If it's a small circumference, like a hat or something, I probably will do it English style. But for regular big things, I do continental. Oh God, 4th this year. I'm glad it's for a good reason then. My goodness. It's a lot of anesthetic, love. Although, don't they say it's not as scary to have, like, it's like you think that too much anesthetic, it's like, oh, you can't have too much in your life, but it's actually not the case. I heard that recently. It could be the person was talking out their butt, but it's just talking rubbish, but I don't know. What is going on outside? Sounds like there's beeping and all sorts going on out there. All right, Denali. Well, I mean, English technically is like if you're moving the yarn with your right hand. Continental's like if you're picking with your left hand. I mean, I usually with my English, I don't take my hand off and wrap the yarn. Like you see that often people like will put the needle in, wrap the yarn, and then knit. I tend to kind of flick. I angle my needle and flick. But yeah, continental is usually if you're picking with the other hand. Oh, goodness, more surgery as well. Far out. But if it's for good reason, I'm glad. I'm glad you're getting what you need done. I hope your recovery is swift. Does it mean you're not going to be able to spin? You and me both, Denali. Don't worry about it. Do English, don't take your hand off the needle, flick. Yeah, that's what I do, yeah. I learnt it ages ago from, what's her name, Very Pink Knits. She had a tutorial about the how you swing the needle down and you kind of just flick the yarn. Yeah, I do either. It really depends on what I'm working on. I would probably say continental is probably my preferred, but I can also do flick with my right hand as well. Continental when you color work. Okay, so do you hold a strand in each hand then? Is that how you do it? Oh, Natalie can still spin. Wonderful. That's good. That'll pass the time while you're recovering. Yeah, Very Pink Knits tutorials are great, aren't they? So clear. And I always like to admire her manicures. She always has a very completely perfect manicure. Yeah, the Very Pink Knits tutorials were great when I was learning. Usually use the contrast color in my right hand. Yep. Yeah, because I can never remember because you know how you're supposed to have like one of them becomes dominant, and I can never remember. Is that the right way to do that? Because I don't do a lot of color work, so I mean I've said that before, so I don't know. Because it's like something about depending where the float falls, whether it's above or below, it'll be more dominant. I know that much. I know that it does make a difference, but I couldn't tell you how. Oh, I feel like I'm going a bit thick and thin here. Don't know. It's quite puffy. I think I still need a bit more twist, but we'll see how we go. I'm sure it's not that big a deal for your color work. No. I think it's just something that I learned somewhere along the way that it was like if the float's under or above, probably the one that's under, I would imagine, because it gives just a little bit more yarn to the stitch, so the stitch comes up a little bit bigger than the one that's having to go around the back, if I remember rightly, which then gives the one that's slightly bigger gives it more dominance in the pattern, I think is how it works. But yeah, I'm not sure which way's which. Maybe I should finally watch that craftsy class that I said that I was going to watch about color work. That might have something in it. And then I can, actually talk from facts instead of just pulling crap out of my ass. I'm just gabbing here. Yeah, I think it's the dominant colors because I think the dominant one does just come up like the stitches are just slightly bigger. I think that's what the difference is. But again, like I said, I'm just gabbing. Anybody can feel free to jump in and correct me. Oh, color work is not my forte, so eventually I'll watch that class when I remember that I have it and then take time to actually watch it and maybe glean something from it. It's almost like I need a notepad so that every time I remember these things, I need to write them down, but then I'll probably forget that I have the notepad and then forget to look in the notepad and welcome to my brain. Natalie says it was like one by one color work and you can see when she switched to the dominance. Yeah. Yeah, me either. If I was real hardcore color work, I would probably figure it out, but Denali, have you seen that meme that's like Pedro Pascal and he's kind of laying down and he's got like his phone out taking a photo or something, and it like the caption says something like me saving tabs to look at later and then never looking at them. Like that's kind of my brain. Like it's just I can make the note, but it's never to be seen again. So unless I think of it again and then do it like actually action the thing straight away, like how many notebooks I've bought over the course of my life and hardly used. I actually even bought some really beautiful William Morris covered they got Strawberry Thief on them planners. And do you think I use it? Mm-mm. There's too much space in it, I think. I think I'm trying to figure out what type of diary and planner I actually need. Like, like a day per page, a week per page, a week per 2 pages, that kind of thing. I think I actually need like a week per 2 pages so I can see my whole week at once. It might be an easier thing for my brain to get used to. Janelle's seen the meme. Yeah, I've got like at the moment it's not too bad. I've got about 50 open in my browser on my phone at the minute. Oh, sometimes, Denali, I think that we're the same person on opposite sides of the world. I think I might have said that before. Well, it's nice to know people who understand the struggle. Denali says she needs one that slaps her in the face. Don't forget to look at it. Yeah. Well, because my other thing is too is I'm always tidying my books away. So like I'll have stuff written in them and I'm supposed to be actioning stuff, but I go on a tidying bend and I put the book away and it's like, well, that's not the point. Like the book is supposed to be out so that you can actually use it, not constantly tidying it away, you big numpty. So I've even tried like planners and things on my phone, and that's even worse. I look at those even less, even though my phone is never very far from me. Nat says she's done that with diaries over the years. Only lasts till about March. Yeah. Calendar on the phone sends you reminders. Yeah, it was, that's the thing is I hate getting notifications on my phone. Like it's always on silent. All my notifications are turned off unless it's like a text message or a phone call. Like those will come through silently, but every other notification is turned off. So I don't know. Seems that you found something that works for you though, Nat, so that's good. I'm still searching. Maybe one day I'll figure it out. Because it's all well and good for me to go, I think I need like a week per 2 pages so I can see the full week laid out in front of me. But then it's all well and good to say that. Like, how is it actually going to work in practice? Who would know? Maybe I should go to Passion Planner and see if they've got a PDF download of a week per 2 days and try it out and see how I like it before I invest in yet another book. Oh, goodness, it's getting on for 35 minutes, people. I might need to chuff off, I think. Go and finish my shopping list and anything else. I need to clean the fridge technically as well. Anyone else hate cleaning the fridge? At least I have to wipe it out so we can put the clean, fresh groceries in there. I here's a story for you, didn't believe. I searched Etsy, not that I'm using Etsy anymore, but like last year, end of last year, I think I was searching through Etsy looking for ADHD planners because I'm not officially diagnosed, mind you. I can't afford to get diagnosed, but I'm pretty sure all the symptoms are there. So I was looking for ADHD planners on there. I found one. I thought, oh, this looks good. Yeah, this will probably work. Bought it, downloaded it. I've opened it once and I've never printed it. And I haven't even looked at it in full. You know, maybe it warrants a second look, but at this point, it's buried so deep. You need to do your fridge tomorrow too, Nat. Yeah, I gotta go do that. At least give it a good wipe out. I don't think I'm going to pull everything out today. I just can't be bothered. Then give it a nice wipe out. That'll do. Bring myself a bucket of water and wipe it all out. Okay, so I've gotten, I don't know, let's see if I can show you. Gotten a little bit done. Yeah. Oh, she's a heavy one. So I've got a little bit done there. It's not too bad. Oh, she is solid, this wheel. Oh. All right, I think I'm going to head off and go and do my shopping list and clean my fridge. Thanks for hanging out again, guys. Here comes Elvis. He's coming to say goodbye. Good boy. Slobber on your face, you know, you big grot. Say, bye, everybody. Thank you for watching my mommy. Oh, big squishes. Big squishes. Okay, sweet people. I will catch you in the next one. I'll probably be doing the same tomorrow till 2 p.m. again, I reckon. But yeah, just if you're around the Instagram parts, just check my stories to make sure I haven't changed anything on you. And I'll usually put it on the schedule on YouTube too, so we should be all good. All right, you gonna get down? Good boy. All right, peeps. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye. No, my goodness, did you come say hi? Did you come say hi, you did?